Okay, so after the salute, whether we've ended here or we've done the larger version with the squat and up, we come into the first move, which is the yoke punch. The yoke punch it actually refers to a harness that combines oxes and makes them work together. So it's actually talking about unifying the body into one motion. And that's very important. It's kind of the most important move in Tan Tui. And the first road is the most important road. Both of them are what would be considered a seed empowerment. That is, everything in Tan Tui is really contained in the first road. But then you see different elements taken out and expanded, and different aspects of the power generation elaborated upon amongst the 12 other roads. And then you come back to that first road and you have a different understanding of it. So it's very important to get this road right. So let's say we've just done the salute to here. We come round here and we're turning in our stance. And from here, this arm is twisting and this hip is twisting. So these two are linked movements, so I can grind to an opponent's guard. This other hand can come in a little bit. And then from here, once I've got to a point of maximum coil in the arm, but also in the waist, then I shoot this arm out. Now, I'm also driving my weight forward a little. This is helping me open this hip and also open this shoulder. And in application, it'll help me file over the opponent's arm. So it gives power from the mass of movement. The other arm is doing the same movement we did in the salute, that circle, the big choi. So here, it's opening wide. Now, it takes some practice to get this unified. Most people are put off Tan Tui as soon as they do this move because it's really hard to get and it's really hard to feel power in it. So people either quit at that point and think it's a ridiculous form, or they tend to just fake it for years and go here, which is useless. If you couldn't hit someone with it, don't practice it for years. So you want, although it's a body power generation method, so you need power from it. So here you're working forward and flinging this arm to make the other half work. So this is opening in a circular way, and so is this shoulder. From here, you're going to bring the arm back. Now it comes slightly up and then sits, and you sit into a horse stance. You turn on the center of both feet, turning from the center of the hip rotator. Here. Now, most people, unfortunately, just do this, but there's no power. This is just the bicep pulling. It is no good. So this has to come over and in here, and you should feel the whole body crunch in a bit. So it's got that feel to it. From this point, this arm starts moving round, and again, it's a bit like the big choi, but it's going a slightly different direction, and then down, and that's mirrored in the other arm. A lot of people here do a hook this way or hook this way, and both of them are perfectly valid. We do that in road number 8. But the important thing is I'm training the waist to turn. As I do that, I tend to take a little step out with this leg to maximize my power. Now, some people do Tan Tui on a straight line as if they're on a tightrope, and that's really good for developing the waist and developing the body to the maximum. It's less good for Sansu, freehand applications, because obviously you want to move the feet and you want to be very balanced in fighting. So I take a little step to centralize my balance. I can always turn my waist further to still develop it. So from here, from this point, we shift out just a bit and then fling this arm round, bring the other one up. Now at this point, this arm circles. It's as if the center is here and I'm moving round that center. So you see in Kung Fu, this move comes up all the time, whether you think of it as like a Wing Chun, Tan Sao to Bong Sao movement, or Chen Tai Chi, I think it's Blue Dragon rides over the water movement. But you see, where my point of contact is will vary, and the higher up the arm it is, the more it comes from the waist. The lower it is, the more it comes from a little spinal whip like this, okay? This is quite low down because we're presuming someone's caught the arm or have made contact here. So from this point, I turn the arm and I drop the arm down into the center of the body. This has to be quite tight. Now in old Kung Fu, whenever you kick, you used to block the groin because you always presumed the other guy would try and kick you in the groin. So you're shielding the groin and you want the elbow to be quite tight as you do this. Okay, so we come here and then it circles. As you develop, try and get this, link it into the back leg and drop it down from the dantian. So you should feel the same spiral in the dantian that you feel in the wrist. Again, all styles link in through the waist and dantian, down to the feet, into the hands. It's not just internal styles. They've just got different methods of developing. So I drop the arm and then I kick. Our kick is it's somewhere between a straight leg kick and with a little snap on to get a little bit more power. So you're mainly thinking of rising into the opponent, kicking into the groin, okay? And now, when it comes up, have a little control and drop and extend. This is to extend the bridge of the stance. So if someone catches the leg, you're dropping forward and pulling their weight down. It's very important to train that. So when you're doing the static postures, from here, you're going to stop in this posture, wait 20 seconds or so. 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 Then the last posture, you're going to put this one. Now that's the killer, okay? That's the bit where you'll get your workout. When you land down, you come back and you're ready to repeat everything on the other side, from the yoke punch into bringing the arm in and coming up and round. So remember, the first stage is to hold each posture for 20 seconds or so. Second stage is to move continually through them, linking the powers from the foot to the hand. And the third stage is to stop putting a whip and a power into that. Okay, and those whipping exercises are really useful for that. So that's the first road, and it's the most important road. You'll see variations of it all throughout Tan Tui. If you don't get the first road right, nothing else works very well. When we're linking it in the end piece, if I'm on this side, supposing I've just come to here, I could link it here. Supposing I'm on the other side and I've come here, I could just take a step and link it here. There's no strict way of doing it. A lot of people end up over choreographing the form and saying, oh, well, you always end it this way. Well, are you always going to punch this way from that position? No, you have to be able to punch from any position at any point. So you'll see when I do a performance of Tan Tui, you'll see it connects in different ways every time, because from every posture I should be able to step into my end of road. So when I've repeated that enough times, probably the same amount of times on each side, but it doesn't have to be, then I want to go into that posture again, ready to go into road 2 on the way back. So that's road 1.